Hello and welcome to Musepen.com. In this video tutorial, we are going to talk about our hover circle spinner widget. This widget allows you to create a nice hover animation. So let me first of all show you how does this animation looks like. So this page we have created with the help of the widget. So there are four variations that I have created. So let me show you. If I hover over this image, you see that there is a circle around it that moves 180-degree, and a product information is taken over which has a heading as hover and some description. So you can design these things with the help of this widget, and you can make a nice hover animation for your images. Specifically, you can use it for the profile images or for the products if you are selling them online. Let me show here. Very nice. So over here I have increased the rotation and also made some changes to the layout. Similarly, look at this and this. So let's just go back to Adobe Muse and let me show you how do we create this kind of animation. So first of all, let's create a new page. Now the first thing is to download this widget from our link, that would be Musepen.com/image-hover 20 Adobe Muse hover circle spinner widget.html. So the link is also pasted below the video. You can get it from there also. Once you have this widget added and downloaded, you would be able to see it into the library panel of your Adobe Muse. So what you need to do, you just need to drag it and drop it towards the page wherever you want to place it. So let me drag it and drop it. So once you do that, you observe two things. There are two widgets been added. So this one container, the bigger one, and the other small one. So these two have two different purposes. This one is used to design or define animation and the circle color and everything. And this one is used to define the properties of the text. Remember where it says header and description? So the properties of those texts is defined by this. So let's go back to the main container and let me show you what I'm talking about. So the first property that you see over here is give this animation a name. So this is the animation ID that you would be giving to this animation, and you would be adding it to the other small container also, so that these both are linked. And also this specific ID would only be applied onto this animation. So this, in case you are using multiple animation with multiple configurations, then their properties will not collide or they would not conflict with each other. So for an example, I want to give it a name as 1. Now here goes the heading means. Let's say I'm talking about a car, so let's call it car or my car. Now description, so this is my first car, I love it like anything. Okay, so now let's talk about this other option, that is add image. So under add image, you can add the image on which you want to apply hover effect. So let's click on add files, go to the location where your image is there and select it and click on open. Now you would observe that the widget would start creating the preview for that image. How would it look into this? Now if you want to make it a hyperlink, just put the URL wherever you want this to be gone. And in case of Muse, you can simply type the page name. Like if the page name is xyz.html, so just type xyz.html and it would go to that page. If it is a phone layout or a tablet layout, then it would be phone/page name or tablet/page name. Now once this part is done, next thing is transition. So remember, once we were hovering over it, it was moving the circle, so it was moving for 0.8 second. Now in case you want this duration to be longer, or if you want it to be shorter, you can control it over here. So you can give it a duration till 5 seconds with the help of these buttons, and you can manually change the values also. Once you're done with that, You can change a transition type, like instead of ease in out you can simply select linear, ease, or ease in. So these options are also there. The second part is the rotation angle. The first animation that I've shown over here, this has a rotation of 180 degree. In case you want to change it, you can change it over here. Let's say I want it to be 720 degree. Now, what is color on hover? If you go to this animation, do you see this blue color coming over as a hover? This is hover color on hover. So you can change it. Let's say, let's make it black this time. And hover color opacity. So over here, once I hover, you can see the background at the back. In case you do not want to see this background, or you want to be more lighter, so you can change the values over here. For now, let me make it 0. Now the other part is spinner color and settings. So spinner color settings are these values. Right now you can see 2 colors, but it gives you the ability to select 3 colors. So the first half is the first color, where you can give it any color of your choice. Let's give it green. Now second color, let's give it something like purple. And now you would see why there are 2 values. It's not looking good. Okay, I selected the wrong one. So see, this quarter of the border is purple now. If you want to give it the same purple color, you can do it with a third color, or you can give it a different color also. So let's give it back. So once this is done, we have other properties to settle up. Now actually your animation is a circular color, but in case you want a rectangle, you can do it with this. Or if you want to like only 2 corners to be like a rectangle, you can change the value from here. In case you do not want a rectangle, and if you want an abstract structure, you can design it here. So these top left corner, right top corner, right bottom corner, and left bottom corners, value if you change, you would be able to see the changes. So let's say, let's make it 1 over here. Then you can make something like this. You want it to be a complete rectangle, or let's say you just want it to be from the 2 corners to like this, which is used a lot. So you can use this pattern. And I want to make it a rectangle, I just make it 1 for all the 4 values. So now if we look at it, just like that. So this is for this particular part. And one more thing, do not check this animation into preview tab. It would not look good. But if you preview it into the browser, you can test. So right now it's like this. Now we need to play with the other things like the text. So once we go to the text panel, animation ID, remember we gave it 1. So give it the name 1 so that it is linked with it. Now let's say I want text color, let it be white, but if you have any other color at the background, you can select that color. For an example, let me make it red. You can decide whether a heading should be uppercase, capitalized, or lowercase. Let's make it capitalized. You can decide the difference between these letters of the heading. You can change the heading size also. Okay, and there is a shadow also, white shadow for that. So let's make it red so that it do not show up. Now the description. The description section color is also there. You can give it any color of your choice. Let's give it black. And you can decide its case whether it should be italicized, normal, or oblique, and also the font size. Okay, once you're done with this, your widget is ready to be used. So let's go to File and Preview Page in browser. You see my car and everything. So the better color combinations you use, the better hover animation you can create out of this. One thing I missed to tell you, let me tell you. If you select this container, you have the ability to select any web font or a system for a typekit font to be placed over header and the description section that comes on hover. So how do we do that? Select the container, the main container, select the text tool, and then you would see that this font section is enabled. Click over there, select any font of your choice. My favorite is Sans Pro, so let's select it. Everything is updated. Preview page in browser. There we go. Font has been changed. Now, I don't think there is anything else left. So yeah, only one thing that you need to remember: if you're using one more animation with some different configuration, please make sure the ID is not same, and these two sections should always have similar IDs. And always try to put it below or next to that. Do not put it over, otherwise it would create some problem with the hover. So put it like that and then group them. That would also help you in selecting or moving them from one location to the other location. So here is all we have for you into this tutorial. In case you have any doubt about it, or if you find any bug, feel free to send us an email on contact@musepen.com. So thank you for watching the video. Have a nice day ahead. Bye bye.